Here you go, Mark. Let's see. Transmitter. I played with the ratchet. Seems to be working fine now. This is the ignition battery. It's a nickel metal hydride. And you unplug it here to charge it. The other end goes to this switch here. And then from the switch it goes to this guy and goes to this guy. Such and such and such. The ignition you gave me, the wire is a lot shorter than the one I had, and I'm having problems making it not touch anything. That's the best I could do. I could remount this, move this up some to give it a little more slack. Maybe that'd be enough, but we have to address that some kind of way. What else? There's the green battery you gave me. It goes through the switch and you can charge it. Oops. What was that one? There's one of these. You can charge it through here. I just got to put away, out the way. Or you can unplug it and charge it, either way. It's the receiver. I just got this around it to hold it. Everything plugs in neat. And then the Y adapters, the orange and brown ones here, match the ones in the wing. They'll plug into the orange and brown ones in the wing. They look just like these. They're for the ailerons. And then the other set, the orange, black, and yellow, they match the ones on the wing too. They'll be just like this. And they go to the flaps. Or whatever they go to. You just got to plug these two in to the matching ones. And these two into the matching ones. And you can't go wrong because it's a Y adapter. So that's really simple. When I plug them in and put the wing on, I just kind of push the access down in this hole here. As I feed it. Same with this one. I just stick it in one of these holes and put all the excess in there. And maybe we can get a piece of foam or something that would go over the whole thing that stop it from getting into here and here. This little guy, I put Velcro around him so that when it touches on this edge, it's touching the Velcro. It goes straight under and comes out and goes into here. The wires are really short, but I think that's fine there. I think that should be okay. I don't know how else you can secure it, but I don't think it'll hurt nothing there. I think that's about it. I still haven't found an O-ring for this yet. I put one clamp on here to try to keep it off the engine, but it's really close. It's not touching anywhere, but it's close. This switch is for the ignition. When you turn it on, the green light will come on. That just means the switch is on. There's a little light on here that comes on when you actually turn the ignition on. It's going to work through this back switch. Ignition off, ignition on. It's not a momentary. There's no momentary switches on the transmitter. So anyway, ignition off, ignition on. The only other switch I'm using is this one for flaps. No flaps, half flaps, and all the way flaps. All three dual rates are tied to this one switch, and it's only a 2-position switch. So you got low rates and high rates. I think that's it for the transmitter. So I did get the ratchet fixed. Elevator servo. I mean, that's rudder servo, I'm sorry. All these little nuts on here, I tighten them with pliers, but I didn't Loctite any of them in case you want to make any final adjustments on the length of these after you fly it. I didn't want you to have to break the Loctite loose. I don't know if it needs Loctite in there, but I didn't Loctite any of those nuts yet. I couldn't find any collars for this, but I took all the screws out and I Loctited all the screws on this here and the ones on the side. Everything on the whole motor is Loctited, with the exception of the propeller. I didn't Loctite these yet. I don't know if you usually do or not on the propeller. I don't usually do mine, but the muffler, the motor mount, everything else is Loctited. The cover is a close fit. It almost touches the battery here, but it doesn't quite. It goes like that. And there. Like I said, we can move this down a little more if you wanted more room for the cable, the ignition cable. I can maybe make a new bracket and make it wider, where I can just move it down a ½ inch, and that would give us a little more slack. It does. The bracket does come out like I showed you, so you can get this out the way to work on the tank. This bracket for the battery, I glued that bracket in because it's not in the way of anything. I don't know if you want to leave the nickel metal hydride or you want to switch it to Lifey too. I didn't have any more Lifeys I could put in here, other than those receiver packs, and they were so long they wouldn't fit in here any kind of way. So that's up to you if you want to change that. That's the ignition switch. On is forward, off is backwards. Same with the receiver switch. On is forward, off is backwards. Okay, any other questions, just give me a holler. I'm going to try to get this to Lucas tonight. I texted him. He hadn't answered me yet, but I can bring it to him. As far as the charger, I have a charger that I can give him, but we'll need to take the time to explain to him how it works. And I'm pretty sure it does everything. I think it's in here. That ain't it. Anyway, I have 2 chargers that I don't use anymore, and he can have either one of those. And I can give him the fittings it needs to make them work. Oh, where they at? When I find him, I'll take a picture of him and show him to you. See if you think he can handle that. Anyway, let me end this one and I'm looking for the charger and I'll send you a picture of them. Bye.